Okay, what I want to talk about next is one of the things that I ask constantly whenever I'm talking to a customer about exposure issues. I always say, after you expose your screen, in the washout area, do you touch the inside of the screen? And the reason I do that is, if it is underexposed, this emulsion will be slimy, not so much on this side, the print side, but the squeegee side. It should be nice and slimy. The slimier it is, the more color you're going to get on your finger. That just means this side has not been exposed, while this side has. It takes a while for UV light to go all the way from one side to the other. So it's important to do this test in the screen making area. I'll just remove this because I've already exposed it. Alright, so I'm going to wash this out. What you do to wash it out: wet one side, and then wet the other. There you can see the stencil developing, right? Okay, this is where I say touch the inside of your screen. You don't have to touch here, just touch up in the corner. Whatever. On this side, it doesn't feel bad. That's because this is the print side. The important side to touch is this side. What you do is just take your finger right on there. Look at that. Look at that. I actually got color on my finger. That is emulsion that has not been exposed. If that's not exposed, that stencil is not what you think it is. So I'm going to end up washing a lot of the stencil away just because it hasn't been. It got a little better because I'm wiping it away. By the way, you should do most of your washout on the print side of your screen, not the squeegee side. And by the way, this is one of the principles of exposure calculator. The shorter exposure, the thinner your stencil is going to be because it hasn't had a chance to be properly exposed. This has the shortest exposure on our calculator, and look at that, it's just falling apart. Whereas up here, much tougher. All because this side never got enough exposure. Look at that. Underexposed. If you get this, technically what you should be doing is reclaim your screen and start over and do a good exposure. Put a calculator on your exposure and do a test. That's the only thing you can do. Bump up your exposure is more likely what you have to do. But always touch the inside. When you want to touch that inside is whenever you change emulsions, changing your mesh, changing, say, exposure, whatever. If you change anything, do this. Just touch the corner up here. If it feels slimy, or you get a lot of color on your finger, it's underexposed.